For those of you who don't know me, I'm Matt, Nate's brother, assuming all goes well, Savannah's brother-in-law. I'm also, as of a couple of weeks ago, America's least qualified reverend. You can call me Reverend Matt if you want, but since I'm new to this, I'll try to keep it brief. I'll say a few words about Nate and Savannah, then we'll exchange vows, rings, a kiss, and then I'll head off for cocktails. So, yeah, I was gonna say, this is the good stuff. Okay, people tend to assume that Nate and I are very much alike, and for good reason. We share a lot of common interests, but despite our common interests, we have rather different ways of pursuing them, different personalities, I think you could say. I'm frankly unfocused, capricious, a habitual procrastinator. Do not ask me when I wrote this speech. Nate is, by contrast, a picture of virtue. Look at him. I mean, he's neat, he's organized, he's efficient, he's extraordinarily reliable. I think a lot of you can attest to that. He knows everything and forgets nothing. He does his work in advance. He's good with money. His whole life, people have been telling him that he's preternaturally mature. Alex and I used to forget that he's like half a decade younger than us. To be honest, I admire him the way I think you'd admire an older brother. But that preternatural maturity can also be a little unnerving. It verges on a nearly militaristic self-discipline. A few years ago, for instance, Nate was helping our sister Allie move across the country. She got very sick the night before, spent the whole night in the bathroom, and fell asleep as soon as they hit the road the next morning. And Nate, not wanting to disturb her, drove the 15 hours from St. Louis to Albuquerque in complete and utter silence. At times, this self-control can be downright pathological. Next one. I was visiting Nate here in the city a couple of years ago, and we went out to watch some playoff hockey. We stayed out far too late, even though Nate had a really badly sprained ankle. And why not? You know, bro trip. But when I stumbled out of Nate's bedroom to go to the bathroom at 5:15 in the morning, I was surprised to find Nate sitting on the couch, drinking coffee, icing his foot, sending emails. I shouldn't have been surprised. What else would you expect from a guy whose first favorite hobby as an elementary school kid was making spreadsheets of all the facts he knows? Nate has a spreadsheet for a brain. Now, don't get me wrong, he's sociable, athletic, adored by everyone he meets. Nevertheless, the best word for Nate is rigor. So you can imagine what a relief it was when Nate introduced us to someone so cool. I'm certain that I speak for my whole family when I say that it has been a joy to get to know Savannah over the past 7 years. St. Charles County, Missouri is not terribly similar to New York in my humble opinion, and it couldn't have been easy for her to find a place with us. But easy is how it seemed. My parents would want me to say here that Savannah can't be that out of place in barbecue country, the way she cleans every piece of meat to the bone. For Alex and me, there's nothing nicer than having Savannah around just to hang out, to talk about the latest stupid thing in the news or on the internet, about restaurants or people, or as is increasingly the case about the kids, about Ty and Hayes and Rosie. So it's tempting and to some extent correct, I think, to see Savannah's easygoingness as a compliment to Nate's rigor. But one of the pleasures of watching these two grow up over the past few years is discovering that Savannah has a certain rigor too, even if it's a little more hidden than Nate's. Savannah's journalism, of course, requires an enormous amount of foresight and tenacity, but I think it's clearer still in her baking. A hobby she picked up during the pandemic, using hobby loosely, the way basketball is a hobby for LeBron James, or whaling is a hobby for Captain Ahab. When Nate and Savannah came to visit this past Thanksgiving, Savannah remade a pumpkin pie from scratch after the crust was not just to her liking. Last time she was in town, she spent a whole day scouting through grocery stores to find rhubarb that was sufficiently fresh. St. Charles County, let me remind you. Savannah bakes with a monomaniacal precision that is, frankly, Nate-like. What I'm trying to say is that we're here this evening to celebrate two people and the relationship between them that's taken shape deliberately. No ceremony makes a marriage. Only you can do that. Through love, through patience, through dedication and perseverance, through talking and listening, helping and supporting and believing in each other, through tenderness and laughter, through learning to forgive, learning to appreciate your differences, by learning to make the important things matter, and to let go of the rest, like when trains drown out your intimate moments. Nate and Savannah have already done lots of things together as partners. They've gone through school together, they've entered the workforce together, they've made a home together, they've traveled the world together. We've all watched as they become adults together. What this ceremony can do is witness and affirm the choice you make to stand together as partners. I can imagine no couple better prepared. So with that, let's get to the good stuff. I'm just going to read this formally because I like it. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here tonight to join Nate and Savannah in the union of marriage. This contract is not to be entered into lightly, but thoughtfully and seriously, and with a deep sense of its obligations and responsibilities. With those obligations and responsibilities in mind, let me ask. Nate, oh wait, take this. Do you, Nate, take this woman to be your wife, to love her, comfort her, honor her, and keep her, in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, from this day forward, so long as you both shall live? I do. And do you, Savannah, take this man to be your husband, to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, from this day forward, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
It's now time for the exchange of rings. This is for you. This is for you. Okay, Savannah, repeat after me. I give you this ring as a daily reminder of my love for you.
I give you this ring as a daily reminder of my love for you.
Put it on his hand. And Nate, same for you. Savannah, I give you this ring as a daily reminder of my love for you. Savannah, I give you this ring as a daily reminder of my love for you. And now, by the power recklessly vested in me by the state of New York,